How's it going, guys? I'm Joby, your gay horror geek, and this is a very long overdue episode of If It Involves Horror Movies, Pizza, and a Couch, Count Me In. In these episodes and these videos, I'm going to be talking to you guys about all things and everything that is horror. So if you are a horror fan, much like I am, I know you're going to love this shit. I'm sure of it. So without any further ado, let's get into the episode. Welcome back, guys. In today's episode, we are going to be talking about something that I think is a really important thing when it comes to horror films. I think horror itself has a lot of important things to it. Like as fans of horror and horror watchers, we expect certain things, especially if it's a slasher. Like, for instance, we expect great kills, maybe even gore if that's what you're into, a great storyline, and I do believe we all want a really great chase scene. I think chase scenes in horror movies are so iconic. No matter which horror movie it is, when you get a chase scene, it gets your adrenaline going, it gets your blood boiling, you're excited, you're with the character, you're with the killer, you're on the journey that these two characters are going through as they are running and running from each other and being chased by someone. I think these scenes are so hardcore in horror films. I just love a good chase scene. And there's been so many fantastic chase scenes throughout the history of horror cinema. It would be so hard to pick all of them because there's just so many. So in this episode, I have a top 6 list of the best chase scenes in a horror movie. These are in no particular order. We're starting from 6 to 1. And these are just some really great chase scenes that come from some really great horror movies, guys. So let's not waste any more goddamn time, and let's get into the list. Our number 6 chase scene comes from the 1993 horror film Leprechaun. I am just such a fan of this movie, guys, and the whole movie is fantastic because it's so over the top. But this particular scene is just chef's kiss. When our lead character, Tori, played by Jennifer Aniston, actually gets to escape, she goes to this rest home where she's looking for the guy that locked the leprechaun away in the first place. And she gets there and she tells him, look, we let the leprechaun out. He's trying to fucking kill us. We need your help. What do we do? And it's not him. It's the leprechaun dressed up like him. And we get an epic chase scene involving Jennifer Aniston running through the hospital. And she's being chased by the leprechaun. Only he is in a wheelchair chasing her around the hospital. Obviously, he couldn't chase her with his little fucking legs. So he's in a wheelchair chasing her around the hospital. It's so great. It's campy. It's funny. But I think also Jennifer Aniston's performance, she kind of brings the fear out. Like, and into the scene. Like, she really shows fear. Because if she didn't, we'd just be laughing the whole time. And most likely you're going to laugh at it anyway, regardless. But I think she does a really good job at staying scared. So it doesn't look completely comical. But it's just a great chase scene all around. And this is number 6. This is the number 6 chase scene. I absolutely love it so much. Our number 5 chase scene comes from the 1998 horror film Urban Legend. So our number 5 chase scene, again, comes from the great horror film slasher Urban Legend. And again, I'm really into the performances that are in these chase scenes. And we get Tara Reid, which she's she starts just starting out her career. She was in American Pie. Now she's doing this slasher movie. And her chase scene in this film is just absolutely so well done. Again, it's not more comedical like Leprechaun was, because she's being chased by a person, like a real person, a real killer. And she plays off her feel so well in this scene. It's a pretty long scene, and she's running around the school trying to get away from the killer, and then you got our main character that's cutting back to her, trying to get to that building to help her. We're really rooting for Tara Reid in this scene. I think Tara Reid is a fantastic actress, and coming from this movie, she's become a scream queen herself. She's been in countless horror movies. And I think this was really her first step into horror. And the scene is just so powerful, and so, because you want her to get away. She's not a main character, but she's a leading character. And you want her to get away. You want her to survive. And obviously, as horror fans, we know that's not going to happen. But she does give the killer a run for her money, literally. And she does try to get away. And it's just a great chase scene altogether. And that's why it is number 5 in my list.
Our number 4 chase scene comes from the 2005 horror film House of Wax.
Now, I'm telling you, a lot of people give Paris Hilton shit for acting, and I kind of get it. However, I think she was fantastic in House of Wax, and her chase scene in this movie, it's what everybody was waiting for. We all went to this fucking movie wanting to see Paris Hilton do the horror thing and be the victim. And I think she hit the nail on the head with this scene. She was believable. She was tough. She was fast. It's just a really amazing scene in the movie itself. And I think in history, when you're collecting all these chase scenes into one basket, it's right up there, I think. I really do believe that it really changed the pace for the film, because we were waiting for her death scene and we wanted to see how she was going to play it out, and she did it to a T. And this chase scene leads to one of the best kills in the entire movie, if you ask me. So I really do believe that this is a fantastic scene and a fantastic movie, and that's why it's our number 4.
Our number 3 chase scene comes from the 1997 horror film I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Now, I'm a damn sucker for I Know What You Did Last Summer. I love the original. I Still Know What You Did Last Summer. The third film and the fourth film can eat shit. Sorry to say. Just my opinion. But we're talking about the original, and we're talking about Sarah Michelle Gellar's iconic chase scene in this movie, and it is just perfect. It's that scene. It's her scene. It's her time to shine, and the performance and the stunts and everything that she did in this scene was absolutely fantastic. We're running with her. We're trying to get away from the slicker guy with the hook, along with her, and it's a pretty long scene. She's running from him through the yard and through the town, and then she ends up in her father's store where her sister is. And she's trying to tell her sister, look, bitch, we need to do something. He's coming and he's going to kill us. And the sister's like, oh, whatever, you're stupid. Well, then she gets killed. And then again, Sarah is in this warehouse, this store, alone with the fucking killer. And it's almost played out like a dance. Like there's like steps to it. And it's just really well done. She jumps out a fucking window. She's trying her best to get out, and just when you think that she might escape, she doesn't. But nevertheless, it's a great chase scene because the kill, we don't really see the kill. It's just fragments of shots, and you know she's being killed, but you're not seeing her graphically get killed. The graphicness of this scene is watching her go from point A to point B, trying to get away from the killer. And that's why this is number 3, because it's just fantastic, guys.
Our number 2 chase scene comes from the 1980 horror slasher Prom Night.
Now, our number 2 chase scene is probably one of my most enjoyable ones, because I love the fucking movie. I love the storyline. I love the characters. And I love this character because she's such a bitch, and she's a bitch through the whole damn thing. And then when it's time for her to get hers, you're still like, go bitch, go, get out of there. It's Wendy and it's prom night, and she's just a bitch, and she's in the bathroom and she's trying to redo her makeup, and somebody comes in and she's like, do you have any mascara? Do you have any mascara? And she gets like really upset because the person's not answering her. And by the way, I don't know if I just used someone's random mascara. Like, that's kind of germy, but nevertheless, she doesn't get mascara. She gets an axe almost to the face. She gets out of the bathroom. And then we just get this long segment of her running through the school, running through different parts of the school, being chased by this guy in a mask with a fucking axe. And it is a fantastic chase scene. It is iconic. This movie is iconic. She really steals these moments. The actress that plays Wendy, it's just really fun to watch her try to get away and try to get out the doors, and all the other doors are locked. I don't know why she didn't think, like, maybe I should just run into the prom where there's all the students and a bunch of teachers and even police there. Why don't I just go to the prom? She couldn't. So she's running around the school trying to get away from the killer. Of course, she doesn't. But if you're really talking about some serious chase scenes and ones that stand out the most in horror, I really do believe that Prom Night's chase scene with Wendy is a really great go-to to watch and to talk about. If you're talking about chase scenes with friends, if you're talking about horror movies, I think this one really needs to get brought up. It was done very well, and it's very enjoyable to watch. You kind of want her to get what she deserves, but at the same time, she's given a run for her money, and you want to see her kind of escape, because she's running through this fucking school in heels. For one, I'd break my ankle. Yeah, I'd just lay down and say, come take me, because I ain't going nowhere in these shoes. So she really does. She really does try to get the hell away. She doesn't. She fails, but at least she tries, right? So that's number 2 chase scene in this list, guys.
And our number 1 chase scene in a horror movie is the 1974 cult classic, The Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
And the one we've all been waiting for. The one that, if you are a true horror fan, you're going to understand why this is number 1, and you knew this was going to be number 1. These really didn't have like an order, but this one, if there was an order, this one has got to be number 1, and we are talking about the chase scene and the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre. The chase between Sally and Leatherface is just it spawned all of these different chase scenes. I believe this is the number 1 chase scene, besides in the original Night of the Living Dead, when Barbara's running through the cemetery from the zombie. That's a great chase scene too, and that's first. That comes first. But this chase scene in Texas Chainsaw Massacre is absolutely so organic and so well shot. The lighting isn't the greatest. And it makes it better because it's hard to see and you're not sure, like, is she going to get away? How far is he behind her? This scene goes on for a couple minutes and she's running through wood. She's getting caught in branches and then she ends up in the house and she goes upstairs and she finds the fucked up room and she tries to go back down. He's coming up, so she turns the fuck around, jumps out the window, and then we get another couple minutes of them just running through a field, her running from Leatherface in a field, screaming her head off, and he's not letting up. He's running too. Most of the times killers don't run, but in Prom Night with Wendy, the killer does. And this scene, Leatherface is fucking huffing it to get this bitch. And it's so awesome to watch. It's such a great performance. They literally had to just film them running. Like, they're there's no stunt man. There's no practical effects. They're literally running their asses off from each other. And it's just so amazing to watch. It's so frustrating. It's terrifying because you don't know if she's going to get away. You don't know what's going to happen. She's the only one left, so she has to get away. Who knows? And you just have to wait it out. And then when she finally runs into the gas station, you think that there might be some light at the end of the tunnel, but it's only just the beginning of her nightmare. And this is why it's number one, because it's Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And of course it's number one. Okay, guys, that was my top 6 list of the best chase scenes in a horror movie. I love these films so much, guys, and I hope you guys enjoy them too, and I hope you love the list, and please let me know if I forgot or didn't or left out any really good chase scenes in a horror movie that you think should have been on this list. I would love to hear from you guys, and I love doing these videos, so if you want more content, be sure to like, follow, and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it, and I just hope you guys watch a ton of horror movies and you stay safe, stay scared, and happy watching to you all. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.